Hi, my name is Brandon Lilly. Let me start off by telling you a short story. One weekend, I was camping with the Boy Scouts, and my troop leader told me that there was going to be a severe storm that night. So I decided to do a tent check and make sure that all the tents were secured and fastened down. I came across Cameron's tent and noticed that he had not secured his tent down with a square knot. I told Cameron, I said, buddy, if you don't tie that tent down with a square knot, then you're literally going to be sleeping under the stars because your tent's going to blow away. Now, today, I'm going to be teaching you how to tie a square knot. A square knot can be used in binding and attaching objects in various ways. Most people can tie a square knot simple because you tie half of it just in tying your regular shoes. I've chosen the square knot because I'm an Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America, and that was the first knot I learned how to tie. I have taught other scouts how to tie a square knot, and I look forward to teaching you how to teach a square knot if you have not been in scouting. A square knot can be used in various different categories, such as convenience, bundling or tying objects together, first aid, or binding two ropes together, or making two ropes longer. And it can also be used in boating and sailing and camping. To start off by tying a square knot, all you need is just one piece of rope. To start with, you will need each end of the rope in separate hands. For your first step, you're going to take the piece of rope in your right hand and cross it over the left to make an X. Now, you're going to take your left hand and roll it under your rope and through the hole and bring it up to make a smile. This is because now you're binding the rope together. Now you're going to do pretty much the same thing, but the opposite way. You're going to take your left hand, cross over your right, and roll your right over and through the hole, back over, making a smaller smile that is binding it again, and now you're going to pull all four to make a square knot. We know this is a square knot because we can check it, because when we push together, the loops unlock and can slide back and forth. So no matter how hard I pull, it will not come apart. We know this is an incorrect knot because when we try to push and slide the loops, they do not unlock and slide. Some ways that this square knot can be beneficial by using convenience could be if I wanted to tie my water bottle to a book bag, as I've done here. Like if I didn't have the pockets on my book bag. That way I won't lose my water bottle if I were just to pick up my book bag and go. Some other ways you can use it for convenience could be binding my books together so that they won't fall apart. Even though square knots are not known as strength knots, they can be used for binding purposes. Now you can use a square knot for making two pieces of rope longer. You can do this by tying your square knot, and now I combine two pieces of rope to make them longer for more easy use. Now my buddy SpongeBob, he's here to show us how you can use a square knot for first aid. His soccer season started a couple weeks ago, and he fell in a hole trying to go after the ball. So I decided to tie him a Band-Aid on his ankle and fasten it with a square knot. That way he'll be ready for his next game. Now that you've learned how to tie a square knot, just remember that it can be used for convenience, binding or bundling objects together, first aid, extending 2 pieces of rope or making ropes longer, boating or sailing, and camping. But remember, if you go camping, make sure that your tent is tied down, because if not, you're literally going to be sleeping under the stars because your tent's going to blow away. Now I challenge you to go get squared up with your friends and have a knotting good time.